Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we humbly request everyone that switch off your cell phone. If you have a cell phone local, it's cell phone local, right? And VIH, if your cell phone goes off during class, then you have to pay a fine. You have to give everyone prasadam, wheat balls. We won't do that here. Just take your calls later. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th Canto, Chapter 25. The Glories of Lord Ananta, Text 7 and 8. Since 7 doesn't have a purport, I'll just read the translation. Does this sound okay? Everybody can hear it properly? The sound is okay? No? Is that better? Sukadeva Goswami continued. The demigods, the demons, the Uragas, serpent demigods, the Siddhas, the Gandharvas, the Vidyadharas, and many highly elevated sages constantly offered prayers to the Lord. Because he is intoxicated, the Lord looks bewildered, his eyes appearing like flowers in full bloom, moved to and fro. He pleases his personal associates, the heads of the demigods, by the sweet vibration emanating from his mouth. He pleased his personal associates, the heads of the demigods, by the sweet vibration emanating from his mouth. Dressed in bluish garment, with two beautiful and well-constructed hands, appearing as white as the heavenly king. He wears a golden belt around his waist, a Vajanti garland of ever fresh tulsi blossoms around his neck. Bees intoxicated by the honey-like fragrance of the tulsi flower hum very sweetly around the garland, which thus becomes more and more beautiful. In this way, the Lord enjoys his magnanimous pastimes. Text number 8 is a prose verse. So you can't respond to the chanted. I'll just read the first line. Esha Esha Evam Anu Shuto Rayamano Muku Sunam Adi Kala Karma. Word for word. Yaha Hu Esha this one. Evam thus. Anushutaha being heard from a bona fide spiritual master. Dayanam being meditated upon. Mumukshu mam a person desiring liberation from conditioned life. Anadi from memorial. I don't know what that word means. Memorial. Kala, time. Kamavasana, by the desire for fruitive activities. Dvaititam, tied tightly. Avidyamayam, consisting illusory energy. Hridaya Grantham, the knot within the heart. Sattva Rajas Tama Mayam, made of the three modes of material nature. Ananta Hridyam, in the core of the heart. Kata, situated. Asu, very soon. Near Binati, cuts. Asya, of Shankar Shan. Anubhavam, the glories. Bhagavan, greatly powerful. Sambhuvaha, the son of Brahma. Narada, the great sage Narada. Saha, along with. Tumbura, the string instrument called a tambura. Tamburu. Sabhyam, in the assembly. Brahmanaha, of Lord Brahma. Samslokyam, Asa, described in this verse. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. If a person is very serious about being liberated from material life, hear the glories of Ananta Dev from the mouth of the spiritual master and chain his disciples this session. And if they always meditate upon Shankarshan, the Lord enters the core of their hearts, vanquish all the dirty contamination of material modes of nature, and cuts to pieces the hard knot within the heart, which has been tied tightly since time immemorial by the desire to dominate material nature through fruitive activities. Narada Muni, the son of Brahma, always glorifies Anantadev in his father's assembly. There he sings blissful verses of his own composition, accompanied by stringed instruments, or a celestial singer known as a tumburu. Sometimes it says he has a veena. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. None of these descriptions of Lord Anantadev are imaginary. They are all transcendently blissful and full of actual knowledge. However, unless one hears them directly from a bona fide spiritual master in line of succession, one cannot understand them. This knowledge is delivered to Narada by Lord Brahma, and the great saint Narada, along with his companion, Tumburu, distributes it all over the universe. Sometimes the Supreme Personality of Godhead describes as Uttama Sloka, one who is praised by beautiful poetry. Narada composed various poems to glorify Lord Ananta. Therefore, the word Samslokyam Asa, praised by selected poetry, is used in this verse. The Vaishnavas and the Gaudiya Sampradaya belong to the disciplic succession extending from Lord Brahma. Brahma is the spiritual master of Narada. Narada is the spiritual master of Vyasadeva, and Vyasadeva wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam as a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Therefore, all the devotees in the Gaudiya Sampradaya accept the activities of Lord Ananta related in Srimad Bhagavatam as authentic. They are thus benefited by going back home, back to Godhead. The contamination in the heart of a conditioned soul is like an accumulation of garbage created by the three modes of material nature. especially the modes of tamas and rajas. This contamination becomes manifest in the form of lusty desires and greed for material possessions. As confirmed herein, unless one receives transcendental knowledge in cyclic succession, there is no question of becoming purified of this contamination. Om Argyanatiram Dasya Jananjana Sakaya Sakshulintam Zena Tasmei Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayarupa Gadamayam Danti Swapadanti Kam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasade Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So this is a very nice verse and purport by Srila Prabhupada. It says, just simply by hearing this verse in disciplic succession from the mouth of a bona fide, from a spiritual master and saying disciplic succession, then all the dirty things in the heart will be cut to pieces. And since time immemorial, by the desire to dominate material nature through fruitive activities. In the first line of Prabhupada's purport, it says, none of these descriptions, Lord Ananta, are imaginary. No, it may be questioned. And every verse, practically every chapter about Srimad Bhagavatam, every chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's the Falashruti, the benefit of hearing that verse. And Rupa Goswami says, if you bathe once in Radhakund, you'll attain Prema Bhakti. So how many in this assembly have bathed in Radhakund? More than once, right? Have you attained Prema Bhakti? No. So Prabhupada says in Nectar of Devotion, chapter 13, in these statements about devotion service, sometimes appears the results are overestimations. But there are no overestimations. Some devotees, as real scriptures give evidence, have had immediate results by such association, although this is not possible for all. For example, the 4 Kumaras immediately became devotees simply by smelling the tulsi in the temple. Bilmangla Thakur simply heard about Krishna, immediately gave up his beautiful girlfriend and started off from Mathura and Vrindavan, when he became a perfect Vaishnava. So these statements are not overestimations, nor are they stories. They are actual facts, but are true for certain devotees and do not necessarily apply to all. These descriptions, even if considered overestimation, must be taken as they are in order to divert our attention from the fleeting material beauty to the eternal beauty of Krishna consciousness. If a person is already in contact with Krishna consciousness, the described results are not unusual. There you have it. These statements are not overestimation, but they are facts, actual facts that are true for certain devotees, do not necessarily apply for all. So if you're spiritually advanced on the level of Baba, practicing Raganuga Bhakti, and you take bath in the Radhakund, you may get Prema Bhakti, Prema, or Mahabhav. This is Narottam Das Thakur. He went and took bath in the river, Bhagirati, I think it was called. And that river was told by Lord Chaitanya, if anybody takes bath in this river and exhibits prema, then you should give him what I have, give him prema bhakti. So Narottam Das did that. He took back that river, and the river gave him prema bhakti. And when he came out of the river, his complexion changed. He came from brown complexion to golden complexion. And when his mother and father came to find him, they saw him, they said, who are you? You're not our son. You look different. And he actually was their son. So this example, this can happen to devotee, but not everyone, because he was qualified to receive it. So this, what Prabhupada is saying, that these descriptions of Lord Ananta are not imaginary. Now this book, Harinam Chichami, is a very nice book describing Haridas Thakur, speaking about the 10 offenses to holy name. So, two things here. Prabhupada has said it twice, that these are not imaginary, and Srimad Bhagavatam is authentic. So criticizing of authorized scriptures, Shruti Shastra Nindam, this is an offense. Scripture means the 4 Vedas, the Upanishads, the Puranas. These have emanated from the breathing of Krishna and constitute perfect final knowledge and authority. The knowledge of the spiritual masters, spiritual matters, is especially found in these traditional works. Vedic knowledge comes through authorized sampradaya. Therefore, the devotee should engage in studying these works. Then there's also the offense to give some interpretation on the holy name. To think the glories of the holy name as imaginary is against all scriptures. To think everything written about the holy name is not actually true. This exaggerated praises to encourage a person to develop a taste for the name is called Arthavada. Everything glorifying karma and jnanakana is certainly just inspired people to take up these practices. But this is not true concerning the holy name. Therefore, to think like that is considered an offense. The Vedas always glorify the name and establish the name as purely spiritual. A person who discredits the statement of Vedic literature, which profusely glorifies the name, is a serious offender. The rascal who commits this offense against the name is doomed to rot away in hell. The offender says the results of the holy name stated in scriptures are not true, are merely exaggerations, meant to attract people to the name. Due to lack of devotional sukriti, due to lack of faith, such offenders cannot understand the real purpose of the scriptures or what is beneficial for the soul. Instead, they misunderstand everything. So Srivas Thakur used to have kirtan every night at his house behind locked doors. And only the devotees that had prema, that had bhakti for Lord Chaitanya were allowed to enter the kirtan. So the neighbors, they were envious. They were saying, why are these people howling all night? They're hungry, they can't fill their bellies, or they're actually enjoying with virgin girls, or they're drinking wine. It gives so many speculations about what was going on. And at one time, they invited Haridas Thakur to speak on the glories of the holy name. So Haridas Thakur asked the people, what is the benefit of the holy name? Someone said, well, you get liberation. Someone said you get free from sinful activities. Haridas Thakur said, no, these are the side effects. The real benefit of the holy name is you get Krishna prema. But there was one man in the assembly, his name was Gopal Chapala, or Gopal Chakravarti. And he was a tax collector, he had a very beautiful body, but he challenged Haridas Thakur. He said to Haridas Thakur, if what you say about the holy name is not true, may your nose fall off. And Haridas Thakur replied, yes, if what I've said is not true, may my nose fall off. So, of course, this is great. Vaishnava Aparad, say such a thing to Haridas Thakur. That man immediately got a reaction, got leprosy, and his beautiful hands melted away. He lost all his wealth, everything. But because he doubted the glories of the holy name, thinking it imaginary. Many people think this also. They ask Prabhupada, what if everybody in the world became Krishna conscious? Prabhupada said, then everybody in the world would be happy and peaceful. So people can't understand, but the chanting is enough. Jai Shri Shri Gaurani Tai Krishna Bhavarada Shama Sundar. People can't understand that chanting the holy name and dancing, chanting, taking prasadam, performing devotional service, they can't understand that this is all that's required to live a nice, simple life. Simple living, high thinking. Especially in the West, even in India, the parents, when the person wants to become a devotee, the parents object. No, you can't become a devotee. Then who will maintain us? No, this is all nonsense. Chanting the holy name, being a devotee. One devotee's father said, if you worked in a petrol station, you'd be doing something useful. But since you chant the holy name, you're useless. He also told him that you're a disgrace to our family. If you were a drug addict, that would be all right. That wouldn't bother us. But if you became a Hare Krishna, that's a disgrace to our family. So this is the people, the faithless people, who are in the mode of passion, ignorance, addicted to sinful activities. They can't understand that this is beneficial. A person comes to Krishna consciousness, he gives up sinful activities. It's a simple life, but we're free from anxiety and suffering. For the non-devotees, they're always in anxiety, and they're always morose. Prabhupada said in the Krishna book, before the story of Krishna talking to Rukmini, that everyone in the material world is morose, means unhappy. Even the Gyanis and Karmis are morose, because they have material desires. Except for the devotees. Devotees are blissful and happy. Even in the we see Mayavadi sannyasis in Vrindavan. They don't look very happy. What they do? People put on the dress of sannyas dress, wear a saffron cloth. Somebody go, beg some food, sit around, smoke beads. Are they happy? They're not very happy. They're morose. Most people, they look morose. But when they come to the Krishna Balaram Mandir and join us in kirtan, immediately they perk up and feel some happiness. You see people standing around, we give them a little push, and all of a sudden they're dancing in ecstasy. So this is the wonderful nature of the Krishna consciousness movement. So Prabhupada is saying that none of these things are imaginary, but one must hear directly from a bona fide spiritual master in disciple succession. We know there are only 4 sampradayas, one from Lord Shiva, one from the goddess Lakshmi, one from Brahma, and one from the 4 Kumaras. If someone is not in one of those disciple successions, then whatever he says or does is not bona fide. Just like they built this big temple down the road, the Prem Mandir. They spent millions of dollars making a very nice museum. You go there one time, you see everything, and you don't feel like you should go back again, because they're not in any sampradaya. And they say, you don't have to practice Vaidhi Bhakti, you can just practice Raganuga Bhakti. It's like you go, like saying you don't have to go to school, you don't have to go to high school or grammar school, you can just go to college. You can just skip everything. But some devotees were homeschooled, and they just took a test and went to college without going to high school. But that's a special case. But the point is that they're not in any disciplic succession. You ask them what line they come from. So they aren't considered bona fide. Although they spend millions of dollars to build a temple, there's not one place in the whole temple that mentions, it says it's written in the Maha Mantra. We know in this age, Harinam, 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 maybe Kevala Kulun, the status, Gachiranyata. Chanting the holy name is the only way to attain perfection. So here it says that Narada Muni has a tamburu. It's actually his companion. It's a living entity. We call the celestial singer. Narada Muni, he composes various poetry and sings in the assembly of Lord Brahma, chanting the glories of Lord Ananta, which this chapter is glorifying Lord Ananta. And also in the Chaitanya Charitamrita and the Adi Lila, there's also many verses glorifying Lord Ananta. So Lord Ananta is the thousand-hooded serpent that's holding the universes on its head, and all the universes on its head, but they're like mustard seeds. He doesn't feel any weight. And this description is a personification of Lord Ananta. He also has a form. And in the 6th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chitraketu was given a mantra, and after 7 days, he got the darshan of Lord Shankarshan. So this is the, which you hear, Uttama Sloka, praises the Supreme Personality Godhead. One time Narada Muni was a demigod named Upabara, and he was surrounded by beautiful women. So when the Sankirtan party came by, he didn't chant, he chanted cinema songs for some mundane vibration, and therefore they cursed him to become the son of a maidservant. So anything else except for songs about the Lord and his devotees, these to be mundane sound vibrations. They're simply pollute the atmosphere. Because when the sound is put in the atmosphere, it goes around the world 7 times. So all these music, radios, and television, they're polluting the atmosphere. But the holy name and the description of the Lord is purifying. But must be heard from a bona fide spiritual master in one of these 4 sampradayas. Here it says that Narada Muni is the spiritual master of Vyas, and Vyas wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, his commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. So, Veda means end of knowledge, or Vedanta, end of knowledge. All knowledge is there in the Vedas. So the scientists